Welcome to Unreal Starter Kit. Today we will be making a door that has a switch that you can press to open it. You can use a switch, a lever, a painting, anything that you can interact with that will open a door. So let's create the door first. We right click, we go to blueprint class, we're going to choose the actor. For this one I'm just going to name it BP underscore door SW. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is we want to add in a static mesh. So on the left hand side you click add and you add static mesh. This one I'm going to call door, and then I want to add another static mesh and I want to say door frame. So on the door, the static mesh of the door, we just want to choose the static mesh for a door. So this one is going to be SM underscore door. This door comes from the starter content. Okay. Now the next one is the door frame. We want to select on the right hand side by the static mesh. We want to select the door frame, so SM underscore door frame. Okay, by the location, yeah, I'm just going to say 45 or negative 45. There we go, that should be perfect. Okay, now we're going to go to event graph. I'm going to delete these because we're not going to use it. I'm going to right click and I'm going to create a custom, add custom event. I'm going to name this open door. Okay, now we will need a variable add in is door open So from the custom event, we want to get a branch. Okay, and is door open, we'll put in the condition. So it will start false. And from false, we will start and we'll add a timeline. Okay, this will be open slash close. That's fine, open close. Okay, let's go in here. Now we want to make the length 1. Add track. Okay, add key to, you right click and add key to curve float. This will be 0. Time 0, value 0. Now we want to right click and add another key to float, and we can make this time 1 and value 1. Okay, now we want to go back to event graph. Okay, from here, the new track, we want to get a lerp. Okay, let's delete out of A and put it in alpha. So A will be 0 and B will be negative 90. Now we want to go to the left hand side. Under the components, we want to drag in the door. We want to drag this down and say set relative rotation. By the new rotation, we want to split struct pin, and the return value from the lerp we want to put into the Z, and then update into set relative rotation, and then from false, not play but play from start. Now we want to take in is door open. We want to drag it in and say set, and then is door open. Now we set it to true. Now all of this is we have to do it again, so instead of just doing it, we just copy it and paste it. And from true to play from start, Now by the lerp, -90 will be on top, -90. The bottom one B, we will just make that 0. And then by set isDoorOpen, we want to put it to false. Okay, that's all that we need to do here. Let's compile and save. Now we want to make another blueprint. So we right click, blueprint class, actor. This one we can say BP underscore switch for door. I'm going to name it switch for door. Let's go into it. We're just going to, for this switch, since I don't have a model or anything, I'm just going to use the cube. And I'm just going to scale it down to 0.3. Okay, now we can go to the event graph. Since, or let's just rename this first. And I can just say switch. Now we go to the event graph. We can delete these. Now one thing we have to add in, we have to go to class settings and implement interfaces. On the right hand side, implement interfaces. We need to add in the BP interact interface that we created. This was the one I created in my first tutorial. If you haven't created it, I will leave a little link here to go. It is how to create an interactable interface. So now we have, since we selected it, it will show on the left hand side under interfaces. So interact interface, we can double click and we're bringing it to our level. So another thing we have to create now by the variable, we have to add, and we can say door. So yeah, but the red boolean, we want to change this, and we want to look for door SW, and we want to get the object reference. And we want to tick the little I. So this one we can drag it into the level now, and we can say get door. Okay, let's drag it out and say open the collision. The function that we want to get now is the open door that we created. So if we go back to door SW, that's the new custom event we created. It says open door. So BP switch for door. So now we just drag this event interact interface into open door. Okay, now we can compile it and save. Let's minimize this. Okay, let's bring in door SW here. Okay, let's just rotate it. Okay, now we can bring in BP switch for door. Put it in there against the wall. And now you'll see on the right hand side it will say door with this little icon. We can click on the pick actor from scene and we can select this door. If we want to add in another one, let's add in another one over here. And then we can say pick actor from scene. We can select this door as well. Okay, now let's play. Let's look for it. There it is. Okay, so we have two buttons here. Let's click this one first. There it opens the door for us. Now we can click this one. It will close. If we click this one again, it will open. We can click it again. It will close. Click again. Open. We can go and we can click this one. And it will close. So this, we can make it as a lever, a hidden object. It can be any type of item you want in your level. Okay, that's as simple as that. I hope this helped you in some way. Please leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.